Welcome to episode 113 of Southern Gospel Now, your weekly look at what's going on in Southern Gospel music. I'm Greg Goodman. Southern Gospel Now is made possible by SouthernGospelPrizes.com, where currently you can register to win 11th Hour's new project, a collection of hits, before you can buy it. Registration and all the details are at SouthernGospelPrizes.com. We start this week with an update on Dean Hickman of the Guardians. He recently updated friends and fans on Facebook. He says, and I quote, "Shout out of praise. I want to thank all of you who have prayed for me. And as we know, prayer really works. I am free of cancer and doing very good. I'm still recovering from my surgeries and a recent bout with sepsis. I'm so very thankful and blessed. God has been so good to me. Hope to see many of you occasionally at future Guardian events late summer and this fall. Also, thank you so much for your unwavering support for the Guardians. Pat Barker has been doing an exceptional job managing the road, and Amy Shepard, the Guardians office manager, has very effectively managed the schedule and weekly itinerary for the group. Thank you both very much, and again, thank all of you for your many, many prayers for me. Love to you all, Dean." We're so pleased to hear that Dean is doing so much better. One of the big Southern Gospel events of the summer is the Memphis Quartet Show, which kicked off Wednesday, June 21st. Danny Jones is Vice President of Singing News and serves as Master of Ceremonies at this event. He tells us what's in store for fans attending.
One of Southern Gospel music's most unique events is going on this week in Memphis, Tennessee, the Memphis Quartet Show, featuring many of the leading quartets of Southern Gospel music. Artists such as Dixie Echoes, Blackwood Brothers, Down East Boys, Kingsman, Triumphant Quartet, Guardians, Mark Trammell Quartet, Fairfield Ford, Gold City, and many more are all in Memphis, Tennessee this week. More information, quartetshow.com.
Amber Nealon Kistler and her husband Nathan have been very open about their journey to become parents, including the miscarriage of twins. Amber tells us about starting their IVF journey.
Yeah, so we've been raising money, for quite a while now, and we are happy to say we are about to start. So here in the next week or so, we're going to start that journey, and they can follow. We have a YouTube channel. We're trying to document everything for people who are maybe going to have to go down that journey, and they're just curious about what it's going to be like. We still don't know what it's going to be like. It's new to us too, but I have a lot of friends who have gone through it, and I've been talking to them, and they've been great to kind of guide me on different things. So yeah, it's really exciting. We're about to start. It felt like it was a mountain to climb, but we're finally here.
Anthem Edition's latest hit is Who Better Than Me? Steve Ladd of the group talks about the song.
Who Better Than Me is a great new song written by Tony Wood, Dave Clark, Kenna West, and we love singing. There's a lot of words to get in such a fast song, but it's just a song that encourages us all to share our faith and not rely on someone else or the next person or the preacher or the evangelist to share their faith with someone who's lost. Who better than me?
TrueSong recently released their first project, Tell Someone. Jarrett Grubbs of the group talks about what was involved in coming up with the songs for the project.
Yeah, so we pick songs, but Jay is kind of the guy who is able to look through the songs before we send it off to the board and thinking through those songs when we get those songs sent to us to kind of look through the doctrine of the song, the doctrinal statement of the song, and what the message is really portraying. There's a lot of songs out there that are not necessarily as biblical and doctrinal as others, and so we send it through a board here at Answers in Genesis. They look through it. It always has to pass through Ken Ham, and he sits and looks through all the lyrics of all the songs and has to approve them for us to be able to record them. So Jay kind of narrows it down for us. Actually, we sent it to him, and this was amazing to see, but all of the 10 songs that we chose, or 11 songs that we chose on this project, was approved the first time.
The current single from Jim and Melissa Brady is Great God of My Joy. Jim talks about having joy even under difficult circumstances.
Well, as a child of God, sometimes I think people look at us and think, man, they are strange because they cry when they're happy and they laugh. They can laugh when they're sad. They can have joy through difficult times, and I think that's part of it. I think our wonderful Savior it brings us joy even when there's tough times around us. And so we can have joy even when our world is in the state that it's in.
Scott Brand recently announced that he would be departing the Perrys. He talks about that and his future plans.
First, I want to thank Libby Perry Stuffle for being very good to me. She did exactly what she'd said she'd do, and I'm very appreciative of that. She is a wonderful person. I learned a lot from Miss Libby, and the number one thing I learned was to always try to live what you sing, and she is a great example of that. I appreciate my time with the Perrys and the opportunity that she gave me. Now, looking at the future, I'm very, very excited to announce that I'm starting a solo ministry. God has already opened many doors, and I'm looking forward to seeing what He's going to do. And if you would like to have me at your church, I wish you would contact the great people at Dominion Agency, and we would love to come to your church. God bless you all, and I love you.
Karen Peck and New River's current hit is Dance. Karen Peck Gooch talks about the song and how the lyrics are scriptural.
I love having a song that's reminding people that we can experience joy after sorrow and excitement after heartache. And that's what dance does. I am so encouraged and blessed by the reaction of the people toward this song. We are very passionate about it because honestly, we can dance our blues away. That means we can pray and we can ask the Lord to give us the joy of the Lord, which is scriptural. The joy of the Lord is our strength.
Darin and Brooke Aldridge are currently impacting Southern Gospel and Bluegrass radio with their song Jordan. Legendary bluegrass artist Ricky Skaggs is part of the recording and talks about the song.
Well, the song Jordan has always been a real special song to me. I've learned it from the Stanley Brothers, Ralph and Carter. Their version was awesome, but I've sung it with so many groups that I've been with. Boone Creek, sung it with, of course, sung it with Ralph as well. When me and Keith Whitley worked with Ralph, and also we sang it on Emmylou Harris's record, Roses in the Snow, and had a special guest, Johnny Cash, come in and sang on it. So Mo Pitney's got a lot to live up to. It's a great song, and I enjoyed doing it with Darin and Brooke. I think they did a great job on it.
Taking a look at the Power 50 weekly chart, the Perrys moved to the top spot with Calvary's Touch. Our congratulations to the Perrys for this honor. Well, that's it for this week. Come back next week for more Southern Gospel news. If you missed any episodes of Southern Gospel Now, you will find them wherever you find podcasts or at southerngospelnow.com. Southern Gospel Now is brought to you by SouthernGospelPrizes.com. Southern Gospel Prizes for Southern Gospel fans, SouthernGospelPrizes.com. I'm Greg Goodman. Thanks for listening. Love your neighbor, and I'll see you back here next week for another edition of Southern Gospel Now.